So don't panic. But I was rushed into hospital last night. It appears I've managed to poison myself. I ate what I thought was onions, but actually they were daffodil bulbs, which are, as it turns out, highly toxic. The doctors are optimistic, thankfully, and they reckon I should be out by spring.
Oh, Metcalf, you buffoon!
My neighbour knocked on my door at 2:30 in the morning the other day. Can you imagine that? 2:30 in the morning. Well, luckily for him, I was still up playing my bagpipes, so I could open the door. My homeopath gave me too many laxatives. It turns out I now have herbal diarrhea.
Christ!
Wow.
And finally,
if you had homeopath in, that could have gone a lot worse.
Yeah, it could have gone a lot worse. And finally, in science news, a man has invented a telepathic air freshener, which makes sense if you think about it.
You get nothing for that. Nothing.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I deserve that. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Black Dog 251. I'm Lee.
I'm Darren.
I'm Jim.
And we are not joined by Elton just yet, though he may crash the party midway through. He's running a little late, but he has given us the go-ahead to push on regardless, which means he's probably hiding because his choice is the movie that we're reviewing this week, which is the young Sherlock Holmes movie, which we'll get to later on. But before we get to that, it's as ever, it's how was your week? And we have no feedback for Puma Man, surprisingly enough. So
I'm amazed. I'm shocked that we'd at least have death threats.
Well, yeah, you know, a lot of those are on block. I mean, let's be honest, I've got so many of these days. But anyway, so we got nothing for Puma Man. It seems like everyone was just happy for us to just watch it by ourselves, which is, you know, nice of them, I think. But anyway, so we'll get onto this, how everyone's week was, and then we'll move on to young Sherlock Holmes. So let's start with you, Jim, as ever. How was your week?
Fairly quiet. Mainly kind of like you're watching The Endless Rain, which seems to have whispered coming to an end at last. We've actually had 2 days where it hasn't rained, and I'm a bit discombobulated now. Which does mean I can fix the gutter tomorrow.
Actually, I tell a lie about the feedback. Apparently, Teresa's still glued up there. So
yes. We'll get her down.
You wouldn't mind. Yeah, go on, carry on.
But other than that, I've not really done a right lot this week. It's been very, very uneventful. As just sort of trudging along through February.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Sometimes it's just the way it goes. Nothing happens. That's fine. That's perfectly cool. And now we'll move on to you, Elton. How are you? Well, actually, I was attacked by 1,000 pheasants, and I'm hiding in a conservatory. Right. Okay. Thanks very much for that, Elton. So we're moving on. So Darren, how was your week?
Yeah, that was my week. Again, pretty quiet, as in, you know, not really getting out there and doing much. Apart from on Valentine's Day. So we thought, you know, we'll go to cinema. Okay? Go to cinema. And of course, you know, you've got your Wuthering Heights out, which is supposed to be the big romantic film at the moment. So of course we went off and we went to watch The Housemaid.
Yeah. That wasn't for Ree, was it? That was for you. Honestly, I didn't know what the content was going to be like. But do we want to take a vote on that, Jim?
There's one very small section in it. That's it. No, honestly, it's like blink and you'll miss it.
What's that? The plot?
Yeah, the plot. No. Actually, no. I really enjoyed this film.
Okay.
I actually thought it was I'll tell you what, we were both sat there. We both enjoyed it. Didn't expect what we got. I really didn't. So I can't really say much.
Right.
Apart from, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great.
Knickers, knackers, knockers.
Oh no, Sydney! I'm sleeping my way through this Sweeney. You know, she wasn't the thing that held the movie together. It was Amanda Seyfried. If I got to be honest, she's the real kind of the important cog in the machine on this one. Okay. It wasn't what I expected, which is great. Because I thought this was going to be a pretty run-of-the-mill sort of psycho thriller, and I'm glad to say it wasn't. And I really enjoyed it because of that.
Okay.
Also, it's the guy in it, the one that's playing the husband.
Yeah.
Right. Now, I can't remember the guy's name. Sorry, 1 minute. Here we go.
Man Google's thing up.
Man Google's thing. Let's see.
You're talking about Brandon Skelknar.
Is that his name? Brandon Skelknar?
Yeah, Skelknar. Which sounds like something from Dark Crystal. But you carry
Brandon Sklenar. That's it. Brandon Sklenar. Yeah. Now, this is the guy that's being... should I say the fan casting for the role of Batman, right?
Oh, okay.
And I'm like,
that's why you went to see it, was it?
No. But I'll admit, the guy is quite. He's a fucking tall bloke, and he's quite wide, right? So, all right, physicality, yeah. He's still not what I'd want for Batman, but if we're going to have him, then fair enough. You know, it's kind of like, all right, is that the best you could do? You just get Alan Richardson, just get him to play Batman, just get him to play it.
If he gets any bigger, he'll be wider than the car he's driving.
Yeah, but we're talking, it's obviously going to be, Frank Miller Batman, who's like, built like a shed. That's what we want. We want built like a shed Batman, right?
Built like a shed Batman.
Built like a shed Batman.
Right.
Not, help me, I'm lost in a rubber suit Affleck Batman. Because, oh, Jesus, no.
Batfleck.
I mean...
Batfleck, yeah.
Yeah, but it's, you look at him in the suit and it's like, it's almost like a bad cosplay. It's like, when people build those suits of like, they build with power armor from fucking Fallout and they get the actual proportions of the arms wrong. So it looks like they're the equivalent of a fucking Brotherhood of Steel T-Rex,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm still not sold on him personally.
No.
I'm not quite sure what it is people see in him that
I've never heard of the guy before.
Batman. Oh, he's been involved in a bit of controversy. There's a movie by what's it? There was a movie that was out recently with Ryan Reynolds.
Is he that guy? I know. Yeah, the one in the Blake Lively one, and it was all getting out of hand and became
Colette Hoover.
No,
I think is her name. Who is touted as one of the worst authors in the world. And after watching reviews and people reading this stuff out, I can quite happily agree with them.
Okay.
I don't know how her stuff charts so high. It's more toxic than a fucking outlet from a nuclear facility.
Well,
yeah.
Okay.
So there you go. But he was in that. He was in the It Ends With Us. That was it.
Yeah.
That was the film.
Okay.
Yeah. So not impressed.
Well, that's not exactly going to win him over to a role like Batman, where he's going to have to do it for like 4 or 5 years, and then Warners are not going to sit there and go, oh yeah, let's find a controversial person who's been a bit of a shit in the paper. I know, let's get him. He'll support our big multi-billion-dollar franchise.
it's not even that he's been a bit of a shit. It's just that he's been a bit quiet on certain things. That's all. So
right.
that film's generated an awful lot of fucking drama.
Fallout.
Fallout, yeah, you name it. It's yeah. But personally, I don't see it in him. I really can't understand why the big drive for him to be Batman is there.
Okay, well, it's the first I've heard of it, but from the sound of it,
don't get me wrong, he's good in this, right? He plays his part very well in this, and I find The Housemaid is one of them sort of films that it's going to be. It's like once you've been through it and you know what the film's about, it's interesting to go back and watch it again.
Oh right,
and then go, that's why that person is pulling that face. Yes, of course, I understand now.
It all makes sense.
It's exactly. Now I know more about this. This now paints this whole bit here in a whole different way.
Right.
So yeah, The Housemaid, I enjoyed it. Thought it was good. There's some very painful bits in it. Sydney Sweeney kind of sleeps away through it. But
you mean as a sort of sleeping, not
as in phones it in.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Not any other kind of sleeping away through it.
No.
I'm just trying to clarify that.
Yeah, it's I don't know. She's very low energy. You know,
right?
It's more. Some actors can give an extreme reaction when they need to, and hers is kind of like it goes from being set at 1 to 1.1.
Right.
Amanda Seyfried's going from 1 to fucking 65 in some scenes, right? I mean, she's just this is my range. You're going to need binoculars to see the fucking horizon on this one. Right. And Sydney Sweeney is like, be careful, if you just move over there, maybe I can get in and just stand next to you. This range is not very, very wide, is it? No, it's not.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, she's not the best thing about the film.
No.
And for anybody expecting to see
Niggers, daggers, noggers.
The assets.
Niggers, noggers. It's very quick, shall we say? So yeah. There you go. But all in all, though, no. As I say, I would recommend it.
Okay.
I would recommend the film itself. I liked it. I thought it was well written, and I enjoyed it. I liked the the journey it takes you on.
Okay.
Which is good.
Cool.
So there we go. Let's see. What else have I done this week? Apart from going back to Skyrim. I managed to get hold of the special edition, the sort of like the ultimate.
You're playing it on the fridge now, are you? Or...
No, I'm playing it on my laptop, and it is surprisingly for the how beautiful it actually looks. It's surprisingly fast on my machine.
Dude, they're running it on digital watches now. I mean, this
no, that's Doom you're thinking of.
No, that's Skyrim. I mean, Skyrim's just like beyond. I mean, you think about it, it's like a 20-year-old game.
It is a 20. Yes, it's something like that. I know. It's quite. It's been around for a while.
I mean, it was seen as cutting edge on a Xbox 360.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah,
but no, it's. I'm having a bit of a laugh of it as well because the physics sometimes goes a bit crazy.
Yeah,
it's like when you get hit by something that's a little bit more powerful than you. Suddenly, you get a lovely aerial shot of Tamriel. You really do. She's just fucking straight up in the air,
you're blasted into the sky. Yeah.
Yep. It's like, oh, right, I'm dead then, or I will be pretty soon.
Once I land.
When I land.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm really getting back into it. I'm really quite enjoying it, especially now that you've got all the new stuff in it as well, the new weapons, things like these crossbows you can get that are just ridiculously powerful.
Is that just mods that you've put in, or
this is
a genuine thing in the game?
What they've done is No, what they've done is they've because it's this anniversary edition, they've kind of added new weapons and new sets of armor and stuff like this to the game.
Oh, right.
So I quite like the idea of actually having mods in Skyrim.
Oh, yeah, you've got the
Your
creation.
quest is to find some cheap whiz and a fishtail Parker.
Of what?
Cheap whiz and a
Very
fishtail
funny.
Parker. I love it. Yeah. That would get me back to playing the game. I will.
Yep.
That would get me.
It's a quest that's handed out by a man that looks remarkably like Phil Daniels. But there you are.
You have found a +2 scooter.
Yeah. Taking an arrow to the knee is what is officially known as park life. Yeah. Nice.
Fantastic. So yeah, that's
about it, is it?
That's about it.
Cool.
Yes.
That's cool. That's cool. Okay then. Well, my week. Oh, hang on. I think we're being visited.
I was trying to creep in.
You were trying to creep in. There you go. That's all right.
That's what you say to all the girls.
Well, I was gonna say my week, but Elton, hello.
Oh, but nothing. Once again, as always, nothing.
Fantastic.
Just had a lovely Chinese meal for Chinese New Year, though.
Oh, good. Was it horse?
Oh.
Did you eat a horse?
Fire horse.
My brain doesn't work like that anymore. I wish I could come up with some witty rapport. I can't do that anymore. I'm too old and broken.
And full of Chinese.
Yes.
Just go nay and call it a day. It was fine on the main. Never mind. Okay. Well, welcome, Elton.
Thank you.
Cool. I hope you brought enough for the rest of us.
Yes, I
for the
have.
whole class. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. I look forward to it when we're finished recording.
I'm just like the drunk uncle, just walking in. Just, oh, hi everyone. Bash.
What are you doing?
Chairs go rolling all over the place.
Oh man, seriously, I've had that this week. Not drunk uncles, but certainly trying to be on a business call, and then there's like cousins and my sister-in-law wandering around telling me status updates on my mum going to the dentist. It's like, I'm on a fucking call. There's 18 people in this call. Please just go away. I'll speak to mum when she gets back. But apart from that, my week has been... well, I'll do the films first. The first one I watched was Predator Badlands.
Predator Jazz Hands. Right.
When did that come on? Because I only noticed that this morning.
Predator Jazz Hands. Yeah, Predator Badlands. It came on to Disney Plus on the 12th.
Oh,
so what was that, about 5 days ago? Yeah. Okay, there's two ways of looking at this film. One is to go, is it an okay film on its own? And you go, yes, it's generally an average actiony space adventure movie. And then the other way to look at it is to go, is it a good Predator movie? At which point you go, nah, because we have cutesy animals with a little tag on it that says, as authorized by the Disney Corporation. Then we have sort of alien stuff thrown in, and it's like, as mandated by the Disney Corporation, because we need to have crossovers, universes, people, it's content, throw it out there. And then you have the Predator itself talking and lore dumping left, right, and center, and you're just like, okay. And for a planet, because the story is that this weakling Predator wants to prove himself by killing the unkillable monster, and Weyland-Yutani want it, and the Predator wants it, and he goes on an adventure to this planet which is so dangerous no Predator goes there because none of them ever come back. So the instant you find that out, it's like, Okay, let's just get to the point where he actually captures it. Countdown begins.
Mm-hmm.
Tick tock, tick tock. And so, yeah, it's an okay action film. If just take it on that front, it's nowhere near as bad as the Predator, which was fucking awful.
Which
but
I've
it's
still never seen.
Well, you know what, Jim? You never know. Maybe one day, if I'm feeling particularly masochistic and I have a large excess of wine in the house, I might go for it.
Better than Prey?
No, I liked Prey,
Starring MC Hammer?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Everybody better pray today. Yeah, no, I actually like Prey because it did try to go back to basics, and I quite enjoyed that. But it's better than Killer of Killers, that animated three films which were the same plot 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Unrelated battle happens for 3/4 of the film. Predator appears. Predator has special weapon. Special weapon is the downfall of the Predator. The end. It's just like, So, on that scale, it's probably the 3rd best Predator movie, 4th best Predator movie, because you got Predator 1, Predator 2, which have their individual charms. Prey, which I think is probably the 2nd best Predator movie. And then you've got Badlands in sort of 4th place. But 4th place is like being the 4th Alien movie. It's kind of like it's there, and it's better than some, but you wouldn't watch it after you've seen it once. So it's okay.
I watched a good Saturday night movie. It kind of reminded me of the Dark Horse comics.
Yeah, it's
exactly. Kind of like a Dark Horse Presents sort of series.
Yeah. It's a one-shot comic, isn't it? It's just a fan. Basically, it's a fan film with a bigger budget, and it's it is what it is. You just kind of go, yeah, all right.
It's a space adventure that happens to have a predator in it and some aliens lore.
Yeah,
so you just take it as a space adventure. If you want to see Predator being a monster, watch Prey again. Yeah, the first Predator again.
Yeah. If you
think a Predator can only ever be a scary fanny face, stick with those. If you want to see something a bit different and something that's fucking bonkers and it is very cartoony and very comic book.
Oh God, yeah.
But I mean, I think in a good way. I say it did remind me of those sort of Dark Horse comics that we were all reading before we had all these endless sequels, and it sort of had really the spirit of sort of that.
Yeah.
Especially, and, some of it works, some of it doesn't. It's all over the top and daft, but it's kind of, it's like a bit of sidestep canon, if you know what I mean. Like all those comics, they're not sort of real canon, but they're sort of there, and you enjoy them for what they are.
But you've seen it, and I know Darren's seen it, gents. Without giving spoilers away, did you feel like everything was all just a build-up to a joke punchline, which was the last 10 seconds of the film?
I thought somebody had been watching the Alien TV series.
No, don't spoil anything. Don't say anything by trying to be clever around it. Just that last shot. He just goes, last shot, and then there's a line, and I just was like, oh, so this was all building up to just this punchline.
Well, you could see it as a giant shaggy dog story.
Yeah.
So I didn't mind that though. It's kind of that's, you know what I mean. I don't see the ending as being like, oh, we're leaving the door open for a sequel. I think that was just a gag.
Yeah, exactly. So there was that. So it was, as you say, Jim, it was a fine action movie taken on its own merits. If you try and compare it to some of the other movies, you're going to come away disappointed, I suspect. But your mileage may vary, as they say. The other film I went to see was at the cinema, which was Crime 101.
Oh, right.
Which is Chris Hemsworth, Mark Ruffalo, Halle Berry, Nick Nolte.
Oh, yes.
Who else? Nick Nolte. There's literally Uncle Tom Cobley and everyone. I mean, there's lots of blink if you miss it cameos, and you go, oh, they're in it. Oh no,
that heist movie.
Yes,
yeah.
And if you're uncharitable, your first reaction, one line review would be, "It's Heat if you bought it from Temu." Because it's a lot of build up and a lot of drama and a lot of front loading with the characters. So Chris Hemsworth is this icy, socially awkward, but entirely focused sort of highway robbery guy who only robs people to take stuff from people who are heavily insured. No one gets hurt. No one ever gets hurt. And all the crimes happen along this one motorway length which is called the Highway 101, which is this huge, great big long road. But the crimes always happen along this road. Then you basically follow him leading up to his latest job. Then you've got Mark Ruffalo, who's this down on the heel kind of detective who's not made a collar in months because he's obsessed with this, what he thinks is the 101 robber. And he sees the pattern, but nobody else does. And it's sort of ruined his life, and he's trying to get his life back on track, and he's trying to find this robber. But then you've also got Halle Berry, who works at an insurance firm, who's insuring a thing that Chris Hemsworth's going to hit, and he sees her as a way in, and she's not going to give Chris Hemsworth any information at all. But then you get all of the corporate bollocks with her, and she's being overlooked, and she's got a glass ceiling, and all the tech bros who are running this insurance company see her as like she's old news and she's too old, and she's not the new hotness, like the new girl who's just come on the team who's selling insurances and all this sort of thing. So she's got a bone to pick anyway. She's got a grudge. And it's how these three characters plus a couple others who I won't spoil kind of all interact and kind of bounce off each other in different ways. And how it all leads up to this one heist at the last 10 minutes of this 2.5 hour movie. So it is just like Heat. There's lots of this character, why they're doing this, how their life is, why they are doing what they're doing, and what they're aiming for. With all three characters, like big story. It's like an epic. But it's also really kind of, in many ways, it's a very small movie of just setting up a heist. And I on the one hand, I really, really liked it. I liked that it didn't do the let's get into an action scene every 5 minutes. Everyone's firing guns left, right, and center, and wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Though there is one character who's a bit of a wild card, and every time he appears, you just go, "Oh fuck, everything's going to go wrong now." And yeah, I quite enjoyed it. I would have enjoyed it more had two people not sat in the wrong seats, and then had an argument with two people whose seats it was, and then the two people whose seats it was went to sit where these two were sitting because they couldn't be bothered to argue, but couldn't find the seats, so then turned on their phone lights, walked up and down the aisle, got their seats, sat down in their seats, only to find out those seats were wrong, and two other people turned up late, found those seats, argued with them.
They'd be dead by now.
Yeah. then they moved down, and then another couple came in, again with torches blazing, going, "Oh, we got to go down the other end of the aisle, but we're going to have to go past all these people. Oh, well, I don't know about going past those people. That might disturb them." It's like, motherfucker, you're standing right in front of me with a fucking torch on. Just piss off down the fucking line. So, yeah, that was a lot of that going on, which kind of didn't help. But overall, Crime 101 is one of those, what I'd call a Sunday afternoon crime thriller that you put on and it just kind of plays out for as long as it plays out. I think if you go to see it at the cinema, be prepared to be sitting there with a numb arse going, when are we getting to the crime? But if you don't mind a bit of drama and a bit of character building and world building that builds up before the thing, it's actually not a bad film. It's kind of a 3 out of 5, as I put it on Letterboxd. So there you go. And lastly, just to kind of follow up on something Darren said earlier when he went to see The Housemaid, it was Valentine's Day last week. Well, last Saturday, in fact.
It was, yes.
Yes, it was.
So, little backstory. For the last 20 plus years, Carol and I have done nothing for Valentine's Day. Both of us kind of fundamentally disagree on just like suddenly going, oh, we have to say I love you and give each other cards right now because it says so in the Hallmark cards shop. So to the point where we actually bought, I think it was about 20 odd years ago, we bought one card that's still in the cellophane that has 2 pugs on the front, and it says something like, I love you. It's the most sickening thing you've ever seen in your entire life. And it's still in the cellophane wrapper. And every year, one of us just gives it to the other one and goes, right, it's your turn to look after it this year. And just pass it backwards and forwards. Right? This has been going on uninterrupted with no dramas for the last, like I say, 20 odd years. Anyway, I come home. I've been working late for the last couple of days because we've been on a bid. Work's been on a bid, and it's lots of money, and it's all hands to the pumps. So I've been coming home from I say the office, but my mum's house where my stuff is, my work stuff is. I've been coming home late, and Carol's been going off to do things, you know, with Rangers and all these other people. And I came home on Valentine's Day. And I came home and I sat down on the sofa. And I'm like, oh, Carol's not around. Okay. And I looked down on the sofa. And on the sofa there's a little box that says Lee. And I open it up. And inside is this cookie. And it's a heart-shaped cookie. And it says Lee on it. And then right next to it is a card. And it says, to Lee. Happy Valentine's Day from Carol. Now, I don't know about you guys, but the
trouble.
The icy terror that ran through me was like I'd done skinny dipping in the Arctic. It was just like,
yeah.
It was like, oh fuck. What have I forgotten? Why has the truce of many years been broken? What has changed? What did I do? What did I miss? Did I say something? You know, because I'm like half a kip. I've been going to bed late, stressed, and working late, and all this kind of thing. I'm like, fuck, what did I forget? So I jump up and I think, fuck it. As far as she knows, I haven't come home yet, and she's out, and she'll be out for another couple of hours. Brilliant. I'm going to get her a card. I'm going to go to Sainsbury's because there's a Sainsbury's down the end of the road. I'm going to get her a card and I'm going to bake her a cake. Because, you know, put the bit of effort in. You know, try and do something.
Yeah, go big or go home, man.
Exactly. So I get up. Now, you're going to have to buckle up for this. I get up. I go into the kitchen. I can't cook for nothing. I can't bake for shit. I really can't. I mean, I will set fire to fucking salad. I'm terrible. So I ask the home assistant. I'm not going to say the name in case it triggers a bloody thing. And I say, give me the recipe for Victoria sponge. Because I thought, fuck it, got to have the materials for a Victoria sponge in the house. Brilliant. Okay, gives them to me in grams. 200 grams of this, 200 grams of that, 200 grams of this, 4 eggs, little bit of sugar. Thanks very much. Jobs are good. And bash, bash, bosh. Fantastic. I'm done. I'm on the roll. I'm on the roll. I pull out the scales, and the scales that we normally use are missing. And I'm like, oh fuck, has Lisa taken them? Because Lisa does all the baking. She stress bakes. When she gets stressed or she needs to chill out, she goes and bakes something. So she's got all the baking equipment. She's taking it to university. So I'm now standing here with the scales, and I turn it on, and it only does fluid ounces. Have you ever tried to weigh grams out with fluid ounces?
Oh, God.
No, I haven't either. So I'm like, fuck. And I press a button, and then the scales go battery, 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 and then switch off. I'm like, right, no worries. Don't worry about it. I'm going to go down to Sainsbury's. I can pick up a battery for the scales. I can pick up the card. All done. Brilliant. So off I go down to Sainsbury's. I can't take the car. Carol's already got it. So I'm going to have to walk down to Sainsbury's in the pissing rain. Down I go. Get the card. Luckily, there was a good one that was in my sense of humour, which is a card of a lady looking at a shopping list, and it says, the husband had finally made a romantic gesture and put at the bottom of the shopping list, P.S. get yourself a Valentine's Day card, which I thought was quite funny. So fantastic, brilliant. Got that. Picked up the battery. Come home. Put the battery in the scales. Still says fluid ounces. Fuck it. Right. I get all the stuff. I lay out the flour. 200 grams of flour. What is 200 grams of flour in fluid ounces? And it's like, it's this. Okay, fine, brilliant. Laid it out, and I can't cook, so all I've got is Blue Peter's How to Cook in my head. So I'm having to lay out little pots of everything on the table.
Can I just interrupt there and just say, as you're going on describing what you're doing and how you're having to measure things out in fluid ounces and shit, I'm just seeing an image of Stonehenge, right? Okay.
3 inches high.
a 3-inch, an 11-inch high Stonehenge. That's one. And all the rest of the fucking Spinal Tap all looking at each other confused.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
why is it 11 inches tall?
Derek Smalls stuck in a plastic cocoon. Yeah, yeah. Well, so I'm doing this. I'm going. So I've got a pot of flour. Brilliant. Okay, then I'll get the sugar. Right, brilliant. Let's get the sugar. How much is milligrams in fluid ounces of sugar? Oh, it's estimated to be this. Right. Okay, brilliant. So I bung that in. Done. Right. Okay. Then it's like, right, 4 eggs. I don't need to measure those out in fluid ounces. There we go. And then I get some salt, and then I get milk. Brilliant. And then it's like butter. And I get the butter, and I say, Alexa, how much? Oh, don't, it's listening to me. How much is 200 grams of butter as fluid ounces? Oh. There you go. Thank you very much for that. Sorry?
Did he actually? I could hear mumbling in the background.
Yeah, sorry, I thought it was louder than that, so luckily it didn't happen. So I'll cut that out. But so it gives me the fluid ounces. I'm like, brilliant. Okay, so I start measuring it out, and I've used all the butter up, and actually, I'm short. So now I'm like,
you're a fairly tall bloke.
Did Marlon Brando say that in Last Tango to Paris?
Yeah,
you took all the butter. I'm fairly short.
Yeah. I mean, it's all the butter up.
Yeah, for all the good this butter's doing, might as well just shove it up my arse. Yeah.
So now I'm like, oh shit, I've got no butter left. I've thrown it all in the same pot. So now I've got this big lump of butter that's actually short. And it's like covered in flour and sugar. And I'm thinking, oh, God. So then I phone up my mum and I say, look, Mum, no time to explain. What can I use as a replacement? I've got no butter and I'm not going out in the pissing rain again because I've literally got so she goes, have you got any stock cooking margarine in your fridge? And I'm like, opened it up. Sure enough, there's a kilo of the fucking stuff. I'm like, brilliant.
Lovely.
Can I take like 50 grams of that? She goes, I don't know why you didn't just use all of that and use the butter on the buttercream icing. I'm like, what? So then I suddenly I get into a panic. So I take the flour covered, sugar covered lumps of butter and I put it back in the butter pot. And I take the stalk and I plonk it back in the right place. And I think, I'm done. I'm sorted. Everything's in the right place. Everything's done. Let's get a mixer. I get the mixer. No attachments for the mixer. They're all gone. And I'm like, okay, what do I do now? Except for one. And what it turns out is this one is for making bread. I didn't know this until afterwards, but it's a corkscrew.
Yes, with like hooky ends.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's for kneading bread.
Yeah. Well, I put that in there. And what actually happens is it goes into the stalk. The stalk gets stuck on the end of the corkscrew, winds itself up the corkscrew, rolls around the flour, fires the flour in every conceivable direction. The sugar goes everywhere. And now what I've got is this kind of orangey, egg-covered lump clawing its way up the screw, and I've got nothing to stop it. So I'm actually having to put my hand around the top of the screwdriver going around at so many RPM, and the butter's kind of working its way up to the top of my hand and then falling off. So I'm getting like friction burns between my middle finger and my ring finger as this thing's going until eventually it becomes like a soft paste or a brioche bun, as I would later find out. And I did that, and I thought, oh, God, I've done it. I've made it. I put it all in the tin, put it in the oven. It came out like a fucking pancake. It was about an inch tall. No joking. It was probably closer to 2 centimeters. It was like 2 centimeters tall. Had amazing lamination inside it. And then I thought, right, okay, maybe that's how it goes. Maybe I'm supposed to cut it in half and then put some jam in between and some cream. So I do that. I now phone up my daughter, Lisa, who is the baker, who knows all this stuff, and she's like, you got to make like icing, butter icing, Dad. And I'm like, right, how do you do that? She goes, well, you take the butter. What butter? Like stalk? She goes, no, it has to be butter. Okay. And I said, right. She goes, and put it in as 1 part per butter for 2 parts of icing. I'm like, right, brilliant. Okay, I'll do that. Hang up. I put the icing all in a bowl, 200 grams of icing, and I throw the butter on top. What I should have done, as it later turned out, was put the butter in there, mix it up, and then throw the icing in gradually. But what I did was the other way around.
Oh, no.
So then I turned the mixer on, and the entire kitchen just went white. There's no two ways about it. There's no exaggeration here. It looked like the fucking Winter Olympics. The fucking mixer and everything.
Like the drug rage in RoboCop.
Exactly. It was literally like the cocaine fight, the cocaine warehouse in RoboCop. It was literally, it was just everywhere. Carol's got a photograph of me because she came home at this point. There's a photograph of me, and I look like the end of Ghostbusters. I'm literally covered from head to foot in white powder.
He slimed me.
Exactly. I explain what I did, and she laughs. And then what she does is she pulls out from behind her this bag of all the cooking implements which she took to Rangers because it was their baking night. And then I said, oh, fuck's sake. She goes, why were you doing all this? And I said, because you gave me a cookie. You bought me a cookie with my name on it. And then she said, don't you remember the kids' WhatsApps? And I'm like, what? She goes, one of the girls' friends is trying to get sponsorship to go on a school trip. So she's making heart cookies and selling them. I'm like, right. She goes, so I bought one for you and the girls. I'm like, right. She goes, so that card was just part of the cookie thing. And it's like, you telling me this wasn't a Valentine's card thing? No. Why would I do that? Oh. Enjoy your fucking Victoria sponge flatbread. There's no jam on it. Yeah. And much laughs was had at my expense by all, as I spent the next 3 days hoovering,
cleaning up the
sugar.
kitchen.
I did. All the tools, all the gear, it was all in this bag. Just totally misunderstood the whole thing and totally forgot that Carol had already bought these 3 biscuits from this girl for a sponsored thing, and confusion had ensued. So, yeah.
Was it nice?
What, the cookie? Yeah, it was lovely.
No, the flatbread.
No, it was an abomination to man and beast. It looked like a fucking transporter accident, but to be perfectly honest, I mean, I genuinely think that at one point I brought it out of the oven and it went, "Kill me." I do not deserve to live. Every moment of my existence is pain. But yeah, stayed fresh in the Tupperware for a couple of days. So that's yeah, that's all you want. I think I'm going to use it to retile the loft, to be honest, and I think that'll be it. So that was my week. Fucking Valentine's Day. Fuck it. Anyway, right. So that's that. I was going to say, as I said before, I was going to do some feedback, but surprisingly, nobody wanted to watch Puma Man. So we were on our own with that one.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, I'm shocked too. I'm just absolutely shocked. So there is no feedback. So I tell you what we'll do. We'll roll a jingle here, and when we come back, we'll do your film, Elton, which was.
Oh God, young Indiana Jones or something, wasn't? No, young Sherlock Holmes, of course.
And there's the feedback right there. Roll the jingle. Right, so Young Sherlock Holmes is also known as Young Sherlock Holmes in the Pyramid of Fear. Honest Gov, that's what it is. Is a 1985 American mystery film directed by Barry Levinson, who's a natural selection for this because he's made films like, I don't know, Wag the Dog, Rain Man, Dinah, Tootsie, Good Morning Vietnam, The Natural starring Robert Redford, Quiz Show. I mean, he's the man you go to for young boy adventures. Obviously.
It wasn't this all before them, though.
Yeah, I know, but even so. I mean, come on.
This is a bit bizarre.
It is a bit bizarre. Anyway, the film was written by Chris Columbus, who went on to make a number of decent films and also Harry Potter. Based on characters created by Arthur Conan Doyle, though the film is very greatly at pains to tell you it has nothing to do with him. Honestly, Gov, it was only made up by us. The film depicts a young Sherlock Holmes and John Watson meeting for the first time and solving a mystery together at a boarding school. The film is notable for being the first full-length feature film to feature a completely computer-generated character created by Lucasfilm's own Pixar animation group, who would later break away, make a lot of money doing things called Toy Story about 10 years later. The film had a budget of $18 million. How much did it make at the box office, Jim?
8 million very, very lippy French cream horns.
Nice. I was going to make a joke about cream pies, but I don't think I'll go there.
Easy.
Steady.
We're not doing cancellation season yet.
Yeah.
But as soon as Soul Man comes back on streaming, we'll be there.
We'll be right there on a fiery speedboat. Okay. Darren, how much do you reckon it made at the box office?
Well, let's see, shall we? I've taken the clues. I've looked at them from every angle possible. I've deducted this, that, and the other. Ate some cake, and I'm pleased to say that it made literally fuck all.
Nice.
Elementary.
The game is afoot.
No, this is a foot.
No, that's a foot. What about you, Elton? What do you think it made at the box office?
7 terrible flying machines. And I don't know. I'm so very sorry. Christmas present as well.
Well, actually, you're all wrong. What it actually made was a strange pipe and some racial stereotyping right from the 1930s. You're not in a pub. You must go. You're not allowed in here. Zombie.
Oh God, yes, I forgot about that bit. Oh,
Hey, yeah. Ain't no stereotypes like a racial stereotype. Anyway, so anyway, before we get to that, let's go around the table for a spoiler-free quick sum up. And we'll start with you, Jim. What did you think of the young Sherlock Holmes?
Well, I have seen this film before. I saw it back in the cinema back in the day, if I remember rightly.
Okay.
And I think I've seen it on TV once, not too long after, but I've not seen it in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I quite enjoyed going back to this. I thought it was it's sort of quite fun, but it is very much a kid's film.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt there's nothing wrong with that per se, but it is I think the first half stronger than the second half. Where it where you sort of lose the detection and you just have more sort of swashbuckling. But having said that, so I it was kind of better than I remembered it.
Okay.
Because I don't know, I felt I was surprised. It was a bit more Sherlock Holmesy than I remembered it was being. But that's because I was remembering the second half.
Okie dokie. What about you, Dal? What did you think about it? No spoilers.
I'm with Jim. I really enjoyed this.
Yeah,
I thought I'd actually seen it, and it's like, did I actually watch this before? But no, I'm a big fan of Jeremy Brett as fucking Sherlock Holmes. Me, he's the daddy, right? That's it.
Yes, definitely.
Definitely fucking Jeremy Brett is the man, right? He is the dude. Love it. And I thought, like, the guy playing Sherlock himself was actually pretty damn good. He had, you could see where you could see he had the makings of a later Sherlock. It was a believable sort of evolution from the character we see in this film to something like Jeremy Brett's Sherlock. So I thought they picked the right bloke. If anything, if there's one thing I've got a complaint about, it's Watson. It's just because I don't know why he was there. I really don't.
Watson, you fucking cunt.
Watson, you buffoon.
Yeah.
Watson. Why are you being a cock? What, Watson? Come on, Watson. Pick it up, Watson.
Jesus fucking Christ, Watson! What are you even doing here?
Do you know what do these letters? Put these letters into the like as a well-known word. U-F-N. Could you put them into the? Could you put those? It's an anagram of a word.
Enough.
One that you've probably never fucking heard of.
Okay, cool. For me, I've got to say this film bored the fucking tits off me. I'm not gonna lie. I've always had a passing thing with Sherlock. I can take it or leave it as a character. I've never really been fully into it, so take that every comment based from that point of view. I found the filmmaking was as 80s as 80s can be. Everything had music which wanted to be John Williams, but we couldn't afford him. And lots of unnecessary wandering about while music tells us that something exciting's happening. And then there's one thing that kept occurring that absolutely fucking annoyed me.
It was at this point, Lee explained to the other hosts at extensive and detailed length why the young Sherlock Holmes narration was a cheap way of not having to write clever dialogue or smart mysteries, and something that wouldn't require additional filming. If only, Lee wondered, there was a sarcastic way that would illustrate this lazy and frankly irritating method of dropping an exposition dump the size of a submarine and as elegant as an elephant on roller skates on the viewer.
And that's how I feel. Seriously, fucking whenever it actually had to do something, whenever it actually had to explain something, Michael Holden would turn up and go, at some length, and then Watson would go, that's brilliant, Holmes. And you're like, fucking what? So, yeah.
Can I ask, right? Was it worth the forest that AI just burned through? Were you okay with that? Is that part of the Amazon rainforest that was well sacrificed?
All the lights in Norway dimmed, but it was worth it. Several lakes were dried up and a million fish are dead. But you know what? I had a laugh.
We can safely say there is no Loch Ness Monster now. No,
I can definitely tell you that.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah. So I found this film tedious in the extreme, and there's one thing which is a spoiler for the film, but at that point I was like, Mom, I want insert film here. We've got insert film here at home. And it was just like, oh my God. Molaram, Sudaram, Molaram. Fuck off.
Cover your heart, Indy. Cover your heart.
Anyway. So, yeah.
We have your hearts at home.
Exactly. Drop the stones, Dr. Jones. They will be found. You won't. But anyway, yeah, so I've got to say, this whole film was the worst excesses of adaptations from the 80s. Everything that you could possibly think to mark an 80s movie, this was it. And by the time we got to the swashing and the buckling, I was just like, oh, for God's sakes, just fucking end. I was not a fan. I'll be perfectly honest. So what about you then? Now, when you picked this film,
yes, I did. Yes,
you fucking picked it.
Yeah, it was all my fault. So I thought I'd do a little, little look back, because I remember absolutely adoring this when it came out. I didn't see it at the cinema. I was probably a little bit too young for that, but I remember we definitely rented it copious amounts of times, and I just had it on constantly. I loved it. I even remember I think there was like a family party, and we took it round to the neighbor's house, and we all the kids, we all just sat there watching it and just loved it. And it was one of them movies that I'd seen many times before, so I was interested to see whether the old the rose tinted specs would be falling off or down the end of my nose, and me pushing them back up, or what. Well, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is a moment of
madness.
Clash of the Titans. Do you remember that moment when we all watched that and realised, oh dear.
We were all drunk.
Yeah. Hang on, this is supposed to be good, isn't it? And
yes. Sherlock Holmes. Pink marzipan hats.
Because
we were incredibly drunk at the time.
I watched a couple of little trailers getting into this, and I got really excited about watching it. I thought, I haven't seen this for ages. This is going to be amazing. I totally forgot it's a Christmas movie. And we're in February now, so I apologize for that.
Mm-hmm.
And I will get into one of the major things that I disliked about it in a minute in the spoiler zone. But I came away just shaking my head, going, "Oh, it wasn't that bad. I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry." So to the people that like it, I'm really glad you still like it. There are bits I do still like through it. There's a lot that I don't like, though, including the runtime, which is hideous. It's way too long.
But let's have another Jolly J walk around the grounds while everyone goes, "Woo! Holmes is going to do something." Sorry, that's a spoiler. We're going to stop now.
But yeah, I used to love this movie, and some things should remain in the past and never brought back. This should have just stayed a distant memory of me really enjoying this, because all the way through my childhood, I loved all the black and white stuff, all the black and white Holmes. Absolutely adore them, to the point where in our house, when we saw a real bad special effect like the back projection, we would shout Sherlock's, and it was just a Sherlock's. And so you saw a real bad projection in a different movie, we'd be pointing at the TV going, "Sherlock's," doing all that. So it kind of had a thing in our house. So yeah, I come away from this apologizing to the people that didn't enjoy it. I'm really, really sorry. I'm so sorry.
You come away a broken man.
Yes, I have.
Another piece of childhood shattered and cast to the side.
Yep. Another memory I don't have to worry about anymore.
Okay. Well, we'll get into the spoiler zone next. I guess it's a 2-2. It's a draw at the moment. So yes, Lee would then go on to explain how he would be going through the spoiler zone section. He continued to describe how he had actually made a jingle that was a couple of weeks ago that he actually put on there and was quite short, but it still made him laugh. So he was going to press it anyway. And then he pressed it. Here it is. Here's the jingle. Spoilers! Yeah, so there you go. Spoiler zone.
Wow, I think my eardrums actually touched each other then.
That's it. By the way, I might need to balance that volume. I completely forgot about it. I don't know. Maybe. I don't think anyone could be under the misapprehension there isn't spoilers. It's definitely the spoiler zone. There's no two ways about it. Okay, so as the non-Holmesian fan in the audience here, because I've got to be honest with you, my main knowledge of Holmes is a Peter Cushing I think it's Peter Cushing or Christopher Lee version of Hound of the Baskervilles. And after that, it's Benadryl Cumberbunch wandering around with major issues while Martin Freeman looks generally a bit confused. So that's all I've got really. I never watched the Jeremy Brett stuff. And so from that perspective, how does this actually stack up as a Holmesian story? Because I've got to be honest, the filmmaking was probably the big turnoff, and I just didn't see the detective work in this. There was no detective work as far as I could tell. In fact, the bad guy who will keep to one side at the moment turns up after the nurse, who is another bad guy, rocks up. She attacks the heroine of the piece, and then she goes, you've discovered our plans. And it's like, no, I would have been completely fucking clueless had you not attacked me. And that kind of summed up to me all of the detection that happened in this movie. It was never actually someone detecting anything. It was always, oh, you've stabbed me in the back of the neck.
They didn't work anything out.
Not a fucking thing.
Even when he's walking around trying to find that cup, the fencing cup.
Oh yeah, because that was an enthralling 10 minutes of the fucking day, wasn't it?
He didn't work that out. I can't work out how he worked it out. He just wandered, found some footprints on the roof, carried on, found some paint, and then went to a cupboard and found more paint.
And then he found some plaster.
And then guessed, I think it might be in this pot. Holmes, that's an antique.
Yes. So, yeah.
I found a pair of shoes. Now, I've only seen these shoes one place before, and that's on this roof, which I is going up onto now.
Which I is following.
Yes, which led me to some paint, which I do remember was once used on a building, even though it's used on every single building. But no, a particular building, yes, with a big pointy thing inside.
Well, I tell you the thing, and I'll stop talking in a second because I want to go to you guys who know Holmes to tell me. But the only thing I know about Sherlock Holmes is he always asks everyone else questions and then comes up with an answer because nobody else has a fucking answer, as far as I can tell. And it always reminds me of that joke with Holmes and Watson laying down in the grass, looking up at the stars. And Holmes turns to Watson. He goes, "Looking up at the stars, Watson. What does it tell you?" And Watson looks around and he goes, "Well, on a theological sort of standpoint, it tells me that God's infinite in his majesty and his variation. On a scientific point of view, space is infinite and full of stars. On a physics point of view, the light from those stars has taken thousands upon thousands of years to get here. And in fact, what we are seeing is not actually the truth." And Watson goes, "That's very good, Watson. But you know really what it's telling you?" "No, Holmes. What is it telling you?" "Simple, Watson. Someone's nicked our fucking tent."
Okay.
Now, with that out of the way, some or all of you Holmesian fans, please tell me how this movie with almost zero detection in it has anything to do with the greatest detective the world has ever seen. Jim?
Well, Gareth, this is young Sherlock Holmes, and it was made for kids, so you're not going to get kind of... The Jeremy Brett stuff is very sort of... That's the closest to the original stories. But
Right.
even in the original stories, a lot of the time, Holmes kind of invented the big reveal at the end. Because often he's asking people questions, he's sending Watson to check this, that, and the other. He's poking around, looking at things, but he doesn't really tell you what's going on until the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The closest is actually finding the trophy. That's proper Holmesian deduction of where it's kind of he notices Mr. Dudley's paint set, the badly painted vase. He checks the bakery and finds bits of ceramics. Oh, right. He faked a vase. He stuck it in there. Where's the shit vase? Oh, there it is. The stuff about snow in his shoes, that's just a Holmesian hogwash, which he does do. He actually, he often sort of makes it appear more simple than it actually is and hides his working.
Right.
But this is actually closest in terms of Holmes to the Basil Rathbone Universal films,
Right.
which are more kind of adventure orientated. And there's lots of things like the lady with the hood and the blowpipe and the strange poisons bumping people off one by one. That was a recurring plot in not loads, but that happened a few times. There was a mystery assassin killing people for revenge or to execute some criminal plan. And in fact, actually, there is. I think there is I can't remember which one it is, but there is a Sherlock Holmes. There is a female assassin who wears, I think it's a Spider-Woman, who wears that same hood she has on. So it's kind of, I say the first half is very like Rathbone sort of style Holmes. Dr. Washington is slightly bumbling, like Nigel Bruce was, but also very reliable and stout-hearted when it comes to it.
Yeah.
So it ticks those, but that's where it's closest to. But I say in the second half, that does sort of go out of the window. And the thing with the voiceovers, I've not been able to find a confirmation, but I think this was cut down because those voiceovers were very like the voiceovers in the Lynch Dune. Because you can see on the scenes they're actually having a conversation.
Yes.
Where you'll be getting home saying, well, because of this, I found this, and we go in there. But instead, someone said, no, American kids have hopped up on Tartazine and are knifing each other. We've got to move this on. Get Michael Horden in. Just give us a plot dump. We'll move on and get the exciting bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I was going to say, because the narration was the final straw for me. Because it was just like...
The thing is, you have the narration at the start, then it goes away. And then it comes back, I think, 2 or 3 times in the middle, out of the blue, and then it fucks off until the end. And I think in the end, they just had Michael Horden doing like bookend pieces to bring in the story. I'm the old narrator, blah, blah, blah. I'm the old Ho Watson recalling this. And then at the end, and that's how I first met Sherlock Holmes. We'd have many ventures together. But the way it was done, that actually felt really clunky. I thought, I bet even in the script, I think it's even scene shot, I suspect, from what I saw on screen, where they said, no, we've got to condense this because we need more running around in a big wooden pyramid at the end.
A big wooden pyramid. Now, no. We'll get to the big wooden pyramid because it's actually not that big.
What the TARDIS wooden pyramid
fucking is. Yes, that wooden pyramid had a fucking console and a time machine in the middle of it. I tell you. But anyway, what about you then, Dal? I mean, you're the other person who's more into Holmes. Did this work for you as a Holmes story then?
Yeah, it was fun, wasn't it? Yeah, that was it.
Well, you're asking me if it's fun. I'm telling you no.
It was a entertaining sort of piece of fluff. And it had sort of like various beats in it that I would associate with Sherlock Holmes. So the over the top delivery by some characters, you know, like, hello Holmes, that kind of thing. Quite extreme, yes.
Well,
hello,
the uncle.
The uncle, yeah.
I'm going to speak like
it's Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, it's that kind of, you know.
I'm going to speak like K9 all the time because I never got the fucking appointment. K9 and Company was cancelled too early. I'm going to get a new job.
Watson, I need you to go and get me a hammer. But before you go, take this. I mean, Sherlock Holmes' deduction is kind of like an episode of Only Connect, right? You see these 2 sandwiches, Watson? Yes, I do, Holmes. What about them? Well, if you point them up at the sun this way here and hold this sheet of paper at an angle of 50 degrees, you'll realize that water is wet. Yes, Holmes. Have you been sniffing the powder again, Holmes? Yes. That explains why you're naked on the back of that horse. Elementary, my dear Watson. I'm off my knockers on mescaline.
I am the Mushroom King. I only eat what I kill. Off he writes.
Tell me, Watson, have you ever stuck your penis in a cantaloupe? Yeah.
Someone's nicked our fucking tent. Oh God. Anyway, so it worked for you. It worked for you, then, did it?
Yeah, I mean, it did. It worked for me. I was entertained by it enough, So yeah, don't get me wrong. It's no Jeremy Brett, but yeah,
it does have a certain charm to it. There is.
It does.
It has that Spielberg flavor. There's that moment where they're in the elephant head. Is it an elephant head?
Ram's head.
A ram's head. Sorry.
Yeah, the ram that's only got back.
Yeah.
No, the ram's head. The ram that's only got back teeth because it's the molar ram.
Oh my God!
You know, so you think I'm joking? I'm telling you. That was a deliberate choice. I'm telling you now. That was a deliberate choice. Yeah.
Anyway, yes, I think it did have a certain charm. It had that Indiana Jones vibe to it, that feel to it. I think the colors were quite close to it as well. It had that texture of Spielberg all over it. Oh dear.
Yeah, very much so. He's kind of peak 1980s sort of fantasy filmmaking.
Yeah.
In many ways.
Yeah. But it had the feel of things like I say, as you say, Jim, peak 80s. It's got the Goonies. It's got that feel of Gremlins. That Spielberg thing. I mean, even though Spielberg, let's be honest, how much did he actually have to do with it? Absolutely fuck all.
No, he's a producer, isn't he?
He's an executive producer because he was part of Amblin Entertainment. He was like the head of Amblin Entertainment, so he got his name on the credits, but he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Well, he may or may not have done because he does have a habit of interfering.
Well, there is that. I mean,
he does turn up and starts calling the shots. I've heard this about a few productions he's produced on.
I was going to say Toby Hooper found that out while
yes,
on
the big style.
But it's just even things like the music, which was done by a guy called Bruce Broughton, who's done lots of stuff, but all of his music is all real solid 80s stuff. Mm-hmm. So things like Silverado and Tombstone and what's the other one, Harry and the Hendersons and Baby's Day Out, all those kind of music where it sounds like we couldn't afford John Williams. Someone please get some jaunty leitmotif composer, but someone who's not going to charge us another £400,000 for a fucking score.
Yeah.
Well, John Williams was probably doing 3 of the films at the time at this period, like 84, 85.
85, yeah.
Dude
definitely.
never slept, seemingly.
No. Yeah.
They should have got that bloke who does all those sort of like, on those albums where they've got the theme tunes to TV shows that aren't quite the theme tunes to TV shows.
Oh,
Jeff Love.
Jeff Love.
No,
Jeff Love.
Jeff Love. Get Jeff Love in. He's cheap. He'll do it. He may even do a disco version of 1 or 2 of the themes for you as well.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Well, actually, it turned out that John Williams was working on Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and sort of Temple of Doom around about this time.
Right.
I'm just saying that just because that might have something to do with it. Mm-hmm. Anyway,
you spent a day on this, though, surely.
Fucking probably did. I mean, it sounded like it.
Shat it out. Yeah, that'd do. That'd be all right. They're my offcuts.
Yeah, exactly. Go on, Bruce. Look, take those, rescore them as you like. But if you use them, I don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I'm not going to use them. I'm not going to use them. I've got this other one that goes da 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 da. You've heard that one, have you? Fucking hell. Sorry. Anyway, carry on, Elton. Sorry.
Yeah, I like the way it feels. It is a child's movie, though, and I suppose being a child when watching this first time round, that makes absolute sense. I would adore it at the time. But yeah, I think the years and the memories haven't been as kind on me as what I hoped they would be, and it just didn't quite hit that spot. I'm afraid it is a lot of the deduction stuff. It's not there. There's a moment in the middle of the film where he asks Watson about where are you if a bear walks. Oh, what color is the bear if all your windows are
facing south?
Yeah. And immediately I was like, okay, that's a polar bear, because we've all heard that before, haven't we? And then halfway through the movie, he's like, it's a white bear, Holmes. Well, yeah, okay, right. Well, how did you get to that? So, well, I went through all the other bears and I ended up with a white bear because that was the last one I had. And I understand the moral that he's saying about, it's great. You got the answer, but you got to show you're working out. And I really do like that. But I think most of the movie spent doing that. There was a moment where they had a picture and Watson was like, oh, God, I just got this picture here and all these people are dead. Blast that. Don't worry about that. And then all of a sudden it's like, give me that painting and let me have a look at that. I think I've got it. No, well, hang on. What have you got? Because I can't see you're working out here. And I think in a detective and a mystery like this, I think it's good that the audience is maybe one step behind or maybe one scene behind, but you're there. You're working it out as you're going along. I don't think there was anything really to work out on this. Basically, people were being shot with hallucinogenics. I don't know how you're going to solve it from that. And if you're going to be doing that, you're not really being stealthy if you got something jangly hanging off your wrist either. It's just... I get it. You've done the keys thing with E.T. and I bet Spielberg, that was a Spielberg thing. He needs a thing. That person needs a thing, so you know that's the person coming along, like a fucking cat coming along with his bell around his neck. That's what you need, Mr. Keys. I did it in E.T. Watch E.T. He had keys, so you knew that the bad guy had keys, and you knew that he was on the screen. And I don't know. I've lost my train of thought again. But the deduction, it just didn't seem to be there. I wasn't there at all. I just
you know what? When you talk about the deduction on this, right? It did something in this film twice that I both love and I hate as well. And it'll be something like, Watson will be having a conversation, and Sherlock Holmes will be like, "What? What did you just say, Watson?" You go, "Well, what the bit about me liking a finger up my arse while I'm having sex?" "Yes, Watson. Jesus Christ! I think I've solved the mystery."
Yes,
and it's just like you're sat there like, "What? This is Only Connect, isn't it? This is Only Connect." Oh, well, can you just tell us now? Come on, Watson, we must go. It's like, no, hold on.
There's no time.
Oh, calm your jets there, Sherlock, all right? You tell me exactly how you solved the crime by learning that Dr. Watson likes a finger up his arse when he's having sex. Well, how do these two bits go together?
Because I told you, that's why.
Yes. because the French Revolution was responsible for bananas. Therefore, I've solved the crime.
What was the crime, though?
Can I just ask, Sherlock, are you related to a superhero called the fucking Blue Sapphire or whatever it was from the Mystery Men?
Oh, the Sphinx.
Yeah, the Sphinx. That's it. Him, the Blue Sphinx.
I mean, yeah, go on.
No. It's, like I say, it makes me laugh, but it also really kind of, when they do that, or they discover something, they go, I understand now. Come on, I've not got any time to explain. No, of course you fucking know, but you will have in 10 minutes, wouldn't you? You'll have plenty of fucking time to tell them, like, until you're blue in the face, because you like hearing the sound of your own voice then. But for some reason, no, we can't actually have you explaining it now, can we? I'd love a film when they did that.
Yeah.
They went, oh, no, explain it to me. I'm not going anywhere until you tell me.
See, this is the classic thing, though. Villains explain beforehand.
Yeah.
And that's
Monologue.
always their downfall.
Oh, right. Okay.
Heroes explain when the villain's fucked.
Yeah, and there's nothing more to do.
Yep.
I mean, the thing that got me, and I wrote it down because it kind of typified all the problems that I have with it. Again, it was the narration one, but it was like the narration. Now I've written this down verbatim, so you have to bear with me while I read this out. Hold on a second. So they're walking along. As they're walking along this darkened alleyway,
yeah,
and the dog Angus. What? Who calls their fucking dog Angus? But has ripped a piece of fabric off of the cultist lady's coat, off a cloak. Off a cloak. Sorry,
clock.
A clock. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't say cock. It could have gone really badly. And it goes,
movie.
And as they're walking, exactly. As they're walking along, he goes. Holmes explained that the fabric was Egyptian in origin and contains so many warp threads and weft threads, things that to this day I still don't understand. He found that the cloth was stained with paraffin manured exclusively at Frogget and Frogget, located in the Wapping area of London, a dark and dangerous place. I turned to Holmes and told him in no uncertain terms. It's like, motherfucker, why don't you just tell me how you found out that was paraffin? Why don't you show me about the fucking warp and the weft? Why can't you just go have a scene where Holmes literally looks at Watson and goes, do you know, this cloth is Egyptian in origin. Look, and then go and say it. But it didn't. The narration kind of did the detective work. There was never a moment where Holmes did the detective work. All he did was walk along while the narrator told us all the stuff that he had supposedly done. And that's where my patience kind of left me, because it was like I can take kids' detective movies. I can see them. I've seen them before. Kids figuring shit out like the Goonies and all that kind of stuff. I can put up with it. But they can be explained in a single scene. They can be explained with almost a line. And the fact that this movie did things like spend 20 minutes following him round while kids all went, oh, he's going to decide something. He's going to decipher something. He's going to do it. He's going to do it. And all following him around the fucking church and the grounds and everything just so he can go, it's in the pot. Smash. The end. What does he achieve? Fucking nothing. I mean, it's just like,
well done, Holmes.
Well done, Holmes. All you've done is you've just proved you're clever, which we've already figured out about 25 minutes ago, but don't worry, we'll see this 25-minute long sequence of you just wandering about fucking while music tells us it's all very exciting. It's like you could have cut all of that shit out. We had the detective bit with Watson. It's like, your shoes are here, you got custard on your lapel, you dirty twat. And by the way, I know you're a doctor because you're holding doctor's books. It's like, okay, cool. We figured it out. We know that Holmes is clever, but it does this thing of,
I think your name is John Watson. How'd you work that out? It's fucking written over there.
It actually came on. It's actually got on a piece of paper saying your next door neighbor will be John Watson. It's like, okay,
you know I'm a doctor, Holmes. Well, you've got your wrist halfway up my ass. Give me a rectal exam. You're vast play in the Victorian times. It really is.
You've got a stethoscope, a thermometer, and you said, "Hello, I'm Dr. Watson." How the fuck did you work that out?
How did you know I was Mr. Watson? Well, actually, I had received a letter to say that I was to show you around for the first 3 months.
So the fact that the fucking narration takes what little detective work Holmes actually has to do and then reads it to you.
You think there's a lot of that? You think like, good Lord, Holmes, how did you know? You just fucking told me. You actually stood there for 10 minutes explaining it to me.
Yeah.
Holmes.
Here's another one. I've got this one off of IMDb. Holmes went on to explain that Rameh-Tep were the fanatical group of religious followers of Osiris, the Egyptian god of the dead. They were scorned by society because their distortion of traditional religious beliefs and the violent sadistic rituals. The Rameh-Tep used a blowpipe to shoot a thorn at their chosen victim. The thorn is dipped in a solution made of various plant and root extracts. Then the solution enters the bloodstream, causing victims to experience a very realistic nightmare-like hallucination. I would have given a fucking shiny pound if Holmes in the film had actually found a thorn. I mean, and let's be honest, everyone got stung in the neck by a thorn and went, "Ooh, bloody insects!" And it's like the thing was nearly a foot long. I was just like sticking out of their neck like a fucking dart. I mean, it's just like. I mean, and even Lestrade, when he wipes his hand over one and stabs it in his finger. I mean, it's literally as long as his fucking finger. And it's like...
damn ballistic stick insects.
God damn it. And it's like, I would have given real money if when K9 and Company, the uncle, died, if Holmes had found the thorn in his neck and picked it out and gone, quickly, Watson, to the chemistry lab, which we had been in an establishing shot showing that he was bored by chemistry because he was in a chemistry lab. Mm-hmm. Hey, guess what? Maybe we should go back there. Just like it's a scene we've established. Why have we established it? For no reason other than to say we've got a doddery old teacher, right? Okay.
Oh, that teacher.
I just want to say that rap is dead.
Conical flask.
Rap is dead. Long live the new flesh.
Yeah. So it was just funny. It was just so many things like that where you just go, well, if you just took the scene with the chemistry lab and made it mean something, with Holmes going to the chemistry lab after doddery old fuck had pissed off and figured out.
There's lots of things, I think, as I say, there were scenes to do this that were junked in favour of just have a voiceover do that bit. That bit's boring.
Yeah. And I think that was really to the film's detriment because it's just, I mean, I'm looking and I'm trying to see if there was anything. There's nothing mentioned in the actual. There's nothing in the actual wiki that says that this film was cut down.
Well, I couldn't find anything, but it just reeks of it to me, though.
It does.
Do you know what I mean? There's things like there is set up with "I'm bored of chemistry," and that's because he knows more about chemistry than the silly old sod teaching it.
Exactly.
And there's things that just don't. They're seemingly set up, but then aren't paid off.
Yeah.
I said I do suspect heavily this was kind of we need him. No, this is too much talky. We need more runny and jumpy stuff.
Because even like things like the flying machine. For Chekhov's flying machine. I mean, it's just it was produced the first time, shown to work, shown not to work, then shown to not work again, and then shown not to work for a third time, and then Holmes fixes it and it works.
Yep.
And it's like, or alternatively, how about we show it not work the first time, have Canine and Company Uncle fix it, and then just leave it, and then save yourself another 3 or 4 5-minute tedious, oh, they've fallen into the snow again, oh, he's fallen over again, doddery old sod.
Well, I think that you need to show Holmes is capable of fixing things. Because I don't think he's actually fixed anything through the actual.
Well, it didn't
film.
seem to bother anyone. He never even fucking detected anything.
No.
Okay. So here's another question then for you all, and I'll start with you, Jim, because unfortunately you've been run roughshod over by by me. I'm sorry. So the swashbuckling stuff. Now, I don't know much about Holmes, but I do know the Rickenback Falls and fighting with sword fighting and all that kind of thing. So I know there's daring do and a bit of swashbuckling and all that kind of stuff going on. Did the Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom? There we go. Let's pull the ripcord on this. Did the Temple of Doom stuff ring even remotely true for a Holmes fan?
It's, as I say, it's more in keeping with the Basil Rathbone Holmes, which this is its primary. This is what it's harking back to, because that's the best known sort of American produced incarnation of Holmes. He was a lot. I mean, in the stories, it kind of, on one hand, the idea of secret societies, strange killings, weird poisons, a touch of the gothic, a touch of a case that might be a bit supernatural, stuff doing with ancient antiquity. This is all very, very Holmesian.
Yeah.
Holmes, but he wasn't a accomplished bare knuckle boxer. He could handle a sword. And I think so generally the movie has young Holmes being physical enough, shall we say. It doesn't sort of go the Robert Downey Jr. sort of route where he's literally just punching people out. You know what I mean? He sort of stays the right side of that.
Yeah.
But where it sort of falls down is it is just like a big set piece with things on fire and people running around, which isn't kind of very Holmesian.
No.
In that regard. It is more, you can see, obviously you can see, the thing is, Indiana Jones is influenced by the Holmes stories. Well, the first one is. The first one is a proper piece together the clues, ancient antiquity. You need a lot of sort of knowledge to solve this stuff. It's not like a detective case. It's a proper historical mystery Indy has to figure out.
Yeah.
And a race against time with the Nazis doing it. The other films, not so much.
No.
In Temple of Doom, oh, we've lost our magic stones, Indy. Oh, well, I'll help you find them. Oh, here's a palace. Oh, they're in the cellar all along. Cool.
Who knew?
And we're doing it quick. We have this stupid bitch shrieking all the time.
Yeah.
So this actually is kind of, you do have a sort of, the mystery is there to lead up to that, but I think the waiting is all off. I mean, it's fun, but it's very much, this is sort of pitching it. There's a strong Indiana Jones element, but this is more on the Goonies level because it is pitched to a younger audience. And I'd have preferred it if they'd actually leaned more into Indiana Jones and did it as a straight action adventure for all ages.
Yeah.
And then you could have left the detection in, not just skipped it to get to the running about.
Yeah.
But as I say, I think at a certain point, I think, it kind of, this is, I mean, I never got on with Goonies because I was too old for Goonies.
Yeah.
And when I saw this at the cinema, I was this isn't bad then. No, it's bad, the numbers in it, rubbish. So when I'm watching it this time, I actually enjoyed it more than when I first saw it. It was always a film I was interested in. I wanted to go back to at some point, but I never got around to it.
Yeah.
And watching it this time, it's kind of, all right, I understand kind of, the second half is kind of his junior Indiana Jones, and the whole film is for the pitched at a younger audience. But, I'd made my peace with it in this viewing. Where I saw it originally, it was kind of, missed opportunity, could have done so much more, which they could have, I think. And I think pitching it towards sort of the Goonies level, what was a misstep.
Yeah.
Because I think kind of the characters are old enough for Holmes in particular, he's old enough for a grown-up audience to get behind him as a character.
Yes.
Because the man he's going to become. You could have, I'd say more detection. Keep all the Gothic, the Egyptianology stuff. That is all on point for Holmes. But it's just the way you do it, the way you tell it.
Yeah. Always. Is the thing, isn't it? It's in the way, it's in the delivery for a lot of this stuff. Yeah,
so I wasn't aware of like the possible science fiction edge to Sherlock Holmes, or the supernatural. Sorry.
Yeah,
I wasn't really aware of that, but yeah, okay, I quite like that.
What about? Yeah, go on.
Well, with the swashbuckling as well, I wasn't aware of that either. I remember watching the black and white stuff. I couldn't tell you exactly what was going on in them though, but I knew that I enjoyed them the way that I enjoyed what's all the other Lauren Hardy and all that sort of stuff when I was a kid. Just because I enjoyed it, it made me laugh, it made me smile, and I just enjoyed recording them off the TV and watching them again and again in the background while I was doing other stuff. But yeah, like swashbuckling, I don't know if they needed that middle one. You had like the fencing type thing in the very beginning, and you had the fight at the very end with the bad guy. But did we need it's good to see you're going away now, Holmes. Why not one last joust before you go? I don't know if you needed that at all. That's another 5 minutes that you could have lopped off the end.
Yeah.
But then again, did we need to show the ring? I don't know.
Who back to arse play again.
Everything I say.
I think we've reached rock bottom now, haven't we? Yes.
Not yet. There's always low. We can always
Lindsay
go.
Oh my God!
Deep cut that is. Oh my God! Right. About one person out of the hundreds who listen to this podcast suddenly went, "Ha!" Yeah. I mean, well, okay. Before I do my bit, Dow, what about you? Yep. What were you with the swashbuckling then?
Well, I know that's an element of Sherlock Holmes. Is one of his skills is that he's a swordsman. So this isn't surprising that they did that in this. So
right.
I'm quite, I'm kind of that was okay with me. It was like this is one of those things that's part of the character's legend,
Yeah.
So I really haven't got any problem with it,
right,
at all.
Okay.
But
okay.
I've got to admit, I thought we were going to find out at one point. The guy, the sword teacher.
Yeah.
I thought because he could have played Sherlock Holmes himself, the guy who played that teacher, just the voice and everything about him, right?
Yep.
If I've got to be honest, I thought, are we going to have a reveal at the end that his real name is actually Moriarty?
You didn't watch the credits, did you?
Was it?
Did you not see the end?
Didn't watch the credits.
No, I didn't watch the credits. Did it say that in there?
Yeah. Well, no, it's right at the end because in the credits you can say, "Hang on, who's just driving off in a sledge?"
Yeah,
it goes right at the end, like Marvel style.
I didn't see that at all.
It's one of the first. It's one of the first kind of lead to a sequel end credits because as Jim says, you got a load of stuff, and I was watching it, and as the credits are rolling, I'm thinking, hang on, that's a reindeer in a fucking open back back carriage.
Once again, Christmas film in February. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, that's okay. But it's just like, and I'm thinking, that's not Holmes because he went off in a closed back carriage, and I'm thinking. Yeah. Oh, good. I'm going to stick with this to the very end because I tell you what, this is going to be a good one, like a final gotcha for how much I don't like this film. Mm-hmm. Got to the very end, and then you see this guy in black climb out, and it is the teacher, the head teacher, and he walks up into a hotel, and they say, "Oh, would you like to leave your name on the sign-in book?" And he writes down Moriarty. Then looks straight into the camera, does a Roger Moore eyebrow flick, and then the music goes da 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 da, and then goes to black.
Right.
It is the most moment I've ever seen in my life. It's like literally is like someone walking. It's like literally someone walking in and going, "By the way, my name is." Bond and raising his eyebrow. The music goes did it at the very end. It's just like are you kidding me? We got to go all the way to the end of these fucking credits. But yeah, literally did it.
Oh, you'll have to watch the whole film again now.
Yeah, Darren. Get the real context. You love it. So, so. I know I said my patience ran out when I got like the third or fourth bloody narration literally telling me what he detected, which we didn't see. Mm-hmm. But my real patience, the bit when I went, "Oh, get fucked," and I actually shouted out loud, was when they were looking on the ceremony as someone was being lowered in a cage into a fiery doom while a priest was going, like this. I know it's like they aren't just slightly ripping off Temple of Doom. They are literally copying it shot for shot. And I'm even down to the fucking timing. I literally did the voices. I literally did the quote along over the top of Indiana Jones. He's like, "I'm just going down for a closer look. Stay here." And it's like, oh my god! It was like, if Spielberg's name wasn't attached to it, I would have said there was a fucking lawsuit coming after that. There was no two ways about it. It was so utterly brazen. I was just like, oh, just do me a favor. And then I was then watching it. I'm suddenly thinking, oh well, I know where she's going to end up. Yep. And sure enough, Willie Scott. Elizabeth, whatever her name is, ended up in it. It's just like, oh, come on, you're better than that. If you're supposed to be you're supposed to be a detective movie, not fucking copy my homework, Temple of Doom.
I love you, Indy.
No time for love, Dr. Watson. As he looks at a cream horn.
I only found out that the person who plays Watson, that's Brian Cox's son.
Okay, I did not know that.
Not the spaceman, not him. The other one.
Things
actor Brian Cox.
Actor Brian Cox. Yes.
Not G-Ream Brian Cox.
No, that's it.
Not things can only get better, Brian Cox. Yeah. Right.
Space is amazing, isn't it? I'm going to fuck up and simplify Einstein for you morons out there now.
Yes. Let me explain to you while I stand on this really expensive Tibetan mountain.
Space is brilliant.
I could have done this at home, but I wanted a holiday.
Yeah. the budget ran out, so I ended up in the Royal Society looking at me old home photos. Yeah. No, apparently Alan Cox has done a lot of stuff for the Doctor Who audio books.
Ah, okay.
Been in lots of them, and looking at it now, yeah, lots and lots of Doctor Who stuff. Apparently, there you go. So he's a voiceover artist now.
Cool.
Probably, I would say craft services.
There's our link to Doctor Who then.
Yeah, well, he's done lots. He's done absolute. I'm looking through his IMDb. He's also been in The Bill.
Well, everyone's been in The Bill.
Yeah, exactly.
I know there's been commentary for a British actor. Have they been in The Bill? Yes, they have.
Yes, they have. Yeah. Why? Yes, they have. He's been in the Midsummer Murders.
I've been in The Bill.
I've been in Cockleshell Heroes. Yeah, Indiana Jones Chronicles. He was in there. There you go. Which is kind of ironic. Mm-hmm. Not long actually after. Actually, only a couple of years after he did Young Sherlock Holmes. So there you go.
Cool. Right, I have a big question.
Go for it.
The special effects.
Okay.
Did everyone enjoy the special effects? There's one that we do have to talk about, but was this Ray Harryhausen or is it just something very, very similar that they were doing?
It was all ILM.
Right, okay.
Because it was Dennis Muren who does the stop motion for Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back and all that kind of stuff. So he was doing all the stop motion for the Harpies and stuff like that. Yeah, the newly minted Pixar unit was on the stained glass window thing, and then there was a lot of practical effects that were done. I can't remember if they were KMB or something like that, but the practical effects like the oh my god, my brain, the fucking coat hangers.
Yes, the snake coat hangers.
The snake coat hangers, yeah. So all that stuff, I think that was KMB, but that might have been ILM as well, because they still had a large practical unit at that point.
Because I did laugh out loud when his big pheasant came to life with that big face.
Yeah,
I thought that was really, really good.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It was like
wasn't triggering at all then.
No.
Yeah,
no, I'm just disappointed I didn't eat that bastard.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's my conservatory pheasant. He's come back, motherfucker. Never leaves me alone. Yeah, I'm just trying to look through, see who did the effects. I'm just trying to find it on
That could
IMDb.
be your secret agent sort of code name, couldn't it? Conservatory pheasant.
Conservatory pheasant.
Code name Conservatory pheasant.
Conservatory pheasant and the Pyramid of Doom. Oh, hang on. I can't. Yeah.
Or your stripper name. I don't know.
Well, not. Don't say that out loud, now. Come on. Let's not get too carried away.
Sorry. Have I given something away?
Yeah.
Have I faux pas?
Yeah, faux pas.
Is that your stripper name?
Yeah, faux pas.
No, I chose mine from a product I saw in Tesco's called Meaty Lumps. That's my stripper name.
Yeah. Hang on. I'm just checking all the effects. Yeah. No, it was Harry
quite a lot.
Yeah, it was Harry Walton did the Go Motion animation harpy sequences. Dennis Muren worked on as the supervisor on all of it. Yeah, all of it was ILM. Mm-hmm. All the practical effects were ILM. So there was no other sort of extra VFX units.
I love the cakes. I'd totally forgotten all about the cakes.
What with the fucking googly eyes stuck on them?
They look great.
That was a churn it out and fuck off early day, wasn't it?
No, that was so good.
It was Poets' Day when they wrote that bit. Piss off early tomorrow Saturday. It was there.
It was like, hold on, has Jim Henson got some cream alls down the back? Oh yeah, okay, stick some rods on those and stick some googly eyes on them and call it a day.
Oh, do you not think they were good? Like the way they were committing suicide into his mouth.
Mr. Kipling's fucking
Harry Cakey
spinning in his grave.
Harry Cakey, oh my god. Oh God!
Watson, you seem to have some cream around your mouth.
Yeah. Brown chicken, brown cow, chicken, chicken, bow wow. Yeah.
What did everyone think of the stained glass window thing? Did it look good? Did it still hold up? Did it hold up at all?
I'll let everyone else go before I do.
Oh, it was all right. Yeah, got the
Jim?
point across.
I thought it looked better than I was expecting because I watched that big ILM documentary that was on Netflix a while ago.
Yeah.
I did know that this is the first fully CGI character, which is kind of weird because we didn't even have the word CGI back in '85 when this came out.
No.
And actually, I thought, no, that sort of works. Didn't do too much with it, which was probably wise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
Probably
I like the design and the kind of the fact that it was like a 2D thing. I thought, that's really. I still think it's really interesting as a design. And I thought, actually, that's pretty for '85. That's bloody good, actually.
Yeah.
I was playing, computers graphics. I thought, Manic Miner '85. That was state of the art.
Yeah, I mean if you want to be super technical, it's the first CGI character on film, but the first CGI on film that wasn't like Tron, which was kind of both rotoscoped and painted over and all sorts of stuff, was the Genesis wave sequence in Wrath of Khan, which is in '82, which was 3 years before. But the first character, I think for the first character, I think the animation was good. Oh, look at me, like I fucking could have done better in that year. I couldn't even fucking. It would have taken me 6 months just to boot Lightwave with the fucking 50 discs on a Commodore Amiga.
I know, but we're talking about '85, and our line in the sand is what 93 with
93 for Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I mean for the year, I think for the year it looked stunning. I think there's no two ways about it. You can't you'd be churlish to sit around and go you could find better visual effects generated by computer anywhere else at that time. And everything else that had been computer generated had been either faked, painted over, fudged, or used in a minimal style. So like I say, so you look at like something like what was it? Escape from New York with the vector graphic city, which wasn't really a vector graphic city. It was actually just a model city with green lines painted on the edges. Yeah.
Well, even Jurassic Park cheated. I mean, they had Stan Winston do animatronic dinosaurs, but all the hype was all these dinosaurs made in a computer. It's of really the right answer was the bright like, it's a puppet.
Exactly.
And they had real velociraptors, because they had a Velociraptor Wrangler. Didn't they, Phil? Phil?
There's dinosaurs.
People
in the
died,
kitchen.
Phil.
One job. One job.
There were raptors in the goddamn kitchen, Phil. You had one job.
One job, Phil. Just one job.
Kitchen, what am I gonna do?
Yeah. Fucking hell. Yeah, I think all things considered, it was really, really rather good and impressive. I'm kind of sad that they didn't do more with it.
I'm glad they didn't do more with it.
Yeah,
it was 15 seconds. That's all you needed.
It's 15 seconds. It probably took about a month.
Well, yeah, I think it took
render. 4
months or whatever, to actually do. But I don't think any more, and it would have been. We would have been diving into it way too much and picking holes in it. But I think it's there just enough. It shows a bit of peril in the film as well, and then you cut away, and it does what a lot of films don't do. It shows you less, and so you're thinking about it a little bit more. I think its limitations were its help as well. It helps that it was doing a stained glass person, so you can get away with that. So you don't have to be photorealistic with it as well.
Yeah, I mean, there was lots of interesting things with it. I mean, the one I always liked the idea, like the thing was they actually laser printed it onto the negative, which was kind of a bit extreme. It wasn't done like a composite, like, you know, with After Effects or, you know, anything like that. They literally like burnt it onto the master negative.
Wow. There's a risk in there.
That's a risk, isn't it?
That's a Monday job, isn't it? Don't do that on a Friday.
Yeah, that's not off churn out and fuck off early. That's not googly eyes on a fucking cream cake. That's
so this is all the footage that we've got. Yes, and we're going to put a laser on it. Yes.
Yeah, we're going to burn this image onto it. If I was going to criticize it from a modern perspective, the only thing that bothered me, and it is churlish to say it because it is 1985, but the only thing that bothered me was that when you saw around it and then saw behind it, and it's like, that's brilliant. But then you suddenly realized it wasn't stained glass anymore. It was like a solid lump because the glass, there was nothing transmitting through the glass.
Okay.
If it was done today, that stained glass would be actually clear, and you'd see a sort of distorted, refraction image through the glass, I would imagine.
Okay.
But, you know, like I say, I know that's churlish to say because it's like, yeah, here I am in 2025 with 2026 even, with technology far infinitely in front of where we were in 1985, going, I would have done it better. Yes, you probably would have, you cheap twat. That's a cheap shot. It's like, no, I couldn't have done it. But yeah, no, I still think if there's anything to mark it, it's definitely that, where you sit there and go, Jesus, wow, that's dead impressive.
Yep. Cool.
So yeah, I wouldn't take that away from it. I wouldn't take that away from this film. I mean, not having detection in a movie about a detective, that I'd take away from this film. That's a different kettle of fish altogether. I think that's a valid criticism. Filling the time with a silly old bastard falling off a roof on in an airplane just so we could, hey, this airplane works now, and then dropping it in the ice. So it's like,
Yeah.
Has anyone got anything else they want to add? Because I know I'm just kicking it until it's dead. But
I've got one thing. I'll finish on one thing.
Go on.
It reminded me of an old film that we reviewed a little while ago, when the lady who was doing all the dart shots, and she lost her hair and was screaming with her wig in her hand. It kind of reminded me of Skullface McGinty.
From Wolf Cop.
Yes.
Blimey.
Yes. I mean, I actually, I'm gonna say this now. The bit with her and the blow dart. Yeah. In all the thing that made me laugh was in one scene. In every scene you see her, she brings it up with her hand, and it's and then puts it to her mouth and goes and blows it and zaps someone in the neck. Except the one scene when they're in the daylight, and all of a sudden it just comes out of her face. There's no hand; it just kind of raises up. It's like a gun turret in the middle of her head. It was
I'll do something similar to that.
I'm sure you can, but not in public, mate. Did that
really? Okay.
Yeah. Remember what the judge told you last time. You can't do that. You can't do that in Lewisham Branch of Sweeties, mate. You just can't.
Scratches out from repertoire.
Yeah, you could probably get away with it in Thailand, but not here, mate. Yeah, I thought it was a bit strange, but
that was funny.
Yeah, it was a bit weird. Yeah,
you really need a slide whistle for that sort of thing as well, didn't you? For the just to add to the overall effect.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, and also the like I say, the random foreigners pub that made me laugh. It was like, what is this? what is this all about? It's just like go in there and then just have Nadia Swala's dad go, no, get out. It's like, wow, okay. How are we doing on the cultural sensitivity scale? Good. No. Oh, okay. Apparently we failed. Yeah. The other thing I was going to bring up, the last thing I was going to bring up, the fucking pyramid. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Firstly, pyramid in building. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've always wondered about this. What? Why?
Why? Firstly, pyramid in building. Why? Secondly, pyramid in building with pokey bit coming out the top through the roof. You've actually built the roof around the pokey bit of the building.
No, someone got the measurements wrong. It's gone through the roof, but it's only the top bit. No one will ever know. We're not going up there.
Yeah, and then they go in through the side door of the pyramid, which let's not forget, its floor space is the size of the house it's in. And they go in it. Suddenly, it's all stonework and, vast sort of cavernous kind of sacrificial chambers. And it's like, where did that come from?
The thing about that got me was Holmes walked past the front door. Watson was like, oh, actually, look, he's walked past the front door. Holmes is lifting up this cat flap going, oh, look, we can get in here. And they just walk into a corridor. And you're like, that probably joins to the front door anyway. I don't know what you're trying to do here. It doesn't make any sense.
Yep, absolutely. It's and the problem is that it's not even cleverly disguised. It's a case of you go, this pyramid does not fit. Insides and outsides do not fit. It's not even like oh, we could pretend that they've gone down some stairs or something. You never see any of that stuff, and it's like you're really not trying, are you, chaps? You just decided no, they've gone in a magic pyramid. Here it is. It's now several thousand yards wide in a house that's only about 50 feet across.
Yeah, why not just use the house?
Yeah, why not just use the house? And what's with the boiling of oil and all that kind of stuff? Doesn't anyone notice this? It's just like, what? It's one of those things where as soon as you start picking at it, you just go, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, at least say what you like about Goonies, and I don't really like Goonies, but, when someone says there's a pirate ship in a cave, and you go, right, and then you see the cave is like several miles underground, and it's like, okay, makes sense. You've gone on a bit of a journey to get to the cave, and then in this they just sort of walk inside a 10-yard wide pyramid, and this should be like 60 people all just crammed in, sort of like nose to nose, going, oh, this isn't as big as we thought it was.
Excuse me.
Yeah, excuse me. So someone want to pass me the boiling oil? Anyone? No. Yeah. Oh, hold on. How do we get a plastic ram in there? Molar ram. How do we get him in there?
Well, the thing is, it's there for the same reason as Temple of Doom, which was accurately pointed out by the Mad Magazine parody of it back in the day.
Yeah.
Where someone goes, why are we having all these extended scenes with a minecarts chase? And Spielberg will go, because if we don't stop the movie stops moving, people will realise we've only got a 10-minute plot for this one.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And this film, it made the decision to go big, which I respect. I mean, in fairness, I think that Egyptian set looks fucking fantastic.
Inside it does.
Yeah, it's much better than the Temple of Doom with this giant fucking gingerbread man. Fuck me. Have you bothered looking at some Indian art? No, it's all foreigners, bollocks to them. What's this? Let's have a giant gingerbread man. Fucking go for it. Let's pull art out and feed it to gingerbread man. Fuck off.
Yeah, gingerbread man with a couple of tea lights in his face. Yeah,
but it's one of those. It's all completely unnecessary. I mean, if there's some sort of point to the pyramid, you know what I mean, or There is something like the line that they're kidnapping 4 girls in revenge.
Yeah.
And the mummifying them, but that's kind of sort of buried somewhere under beating of gongs and men with ponytails running around waving spears.
Yeah. And I still don't understand why they killed off Squawky Canine Uncle or was it Freddie what's his name? Freddie Highmore? What's his
Freddie
name?
Jones.
Freddie Jones, that's it, yeah. So why they killed any of them off? By doing that, they actually brought more attention to themselves than just doing nothing. And it's like, what's the conspiracy theory here? They wanted to build a hotel. It's like, what? People are dying for a fucking hotel?
Gaza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was doing my throat there. I think it was satire.
I didn't realise RFK was in this movie, but there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to eat something off the road.
Anyway. So yeah, I just the whole pyramid thing was just frankly a bit bizarre. And it was bizarre because not because you couldn't have that sort of stuff. It's bizarre because you're just sitting there going, but it's in someone's house. It's literally in someone's living room. It's not that big a pyramid. It's like 10 foot across if it's a foot.
There was a thing in Victorian England. They were obsessed with all things Egyptian. And they used to do some crazy stuff. I mean, there were places that did sort of, like a Victorian club, go in, it'd be done out like an Egyptian tomb. They used to have, live unwrappings of mummies.
Okay.
And also very strange stage shows where they reenacted ancient Egyptian rites. It was basically an excuse to see a lot of people in the buff.
Yes.
But so, I don't think anyone quite went as far as building a pyramid inside their own house. A few people did build pyramids outside their own houses, admittedly.
Or over their own house.
But not inside in the cellar. That was a bit...
Yeah. Inside.
It looks great, but if you think about it, you go, well, hang on. Maybe your efforts could have been better employed.
Yeah.
You wanted to bump off these men who wronged you in the past. Why did you get on and do that? Did you need to build this to do it? I think you went the long way around.
Yeah, I think overall, I mean, for what you've done, I mean, the whole hallucinogenic thing, I mean, okay, fine, it's a bit elaborate, it's a bit Bond villain, it's fine, but then it's like you've built a pyramid in your basement. How big's the pyramid? Actually, how big's your basement? And why is it sticking through the floor?
Got aliens and predators running around in it as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, the fact that they're sitting there going, oh, look, it's poking through the floor. It's like, what? I mean, the fact that Holmes doesn't even figure that out. I mean, it's like you could see down the side edges. He's like, I think this is just the tip of the iceberg. Oh, conveniently, the floor's given way. That's how I know it's like, you couldn't even decipher the fact that there's a 20-foot pyramid underneath you by looking on the edges of the floor. It's just like, what kind of detective are you? Ah! Oh, sorry. Right. Anyone got anything else they want to say? And I promise I won't run roughshod over them.
No, I'm done.
Can't think of anything.
No, I'm good.
Oh, we're all good. Shut up, Lee. Let's move on. I want to go to bed. Cool. Okay, then. Well, if anybody else has seen young Sherlock Holmesy Jonesy, or Baker Street Bill, or whatever you want to call him, Indiana Holmes, as Elton's put, then do send in your emails to feedback@blackdogpodcast.com, or get on the Facebook group, facebook.com/group/blackdogpodcast, and leave a comment underneath the episode. And we'll read them out next week. So, but what are we watching next week? Well, Darren, you've had literally all this time to
I've had
figure out
literally
which.
minutes to make up my mind as to what we're going to be watching.
Literally seconds to make up your mind.
DD. Right, so I have decided. I have chosen the form of the Destroyer.
Yes.
For this week. Now, this is going to be on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
And it is a film by Alex Garland that I've been wanting to watch because it looks quite intense.
Okay.
Yep. And it is Warfare.
Warfare.
It's all about a group of US Navy SEALs who are on a surveillance mission. And it goes seriously fucking wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, all trapped in this one room.
Oh, is this the Will Poulter one?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, I was not expecting that. Were you, Jim?
No, that came out of left field for me.
Not saying that we had a different idea of what you might pick out, but
what did you think I was going to pick?
I think we were going to go into the future with some bones and stuff, but that's cool. But that's cool.
We can't. Well, somebody else can go there now. Somebody else can go there.
The die is cast. The choice is made. The traveller has come.
Indeed. Indeed.
So okay. So Warfare. Okay. Has anyone seen this movie?
No, I've been meaning to though, so I'm glad I'm getting around to seeing it.
Okie dokie.
I love this sort of shit.
Yeah. Okay. Jim, have you seen this film?
No, I have not.
Okay. Are you looking forward to seeing it?
I'm always intrigued to see what Alex Garland's been doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was just going like, I'm going to get an extra bottle of wine for that night. It's probably going to be intense and rough.
Intense and rough is You're
not a happy man, is he?
No, he's got some issues.
He's not going to get the Ice Age reboot, is he?
No, I think he's a little I think he's a little way off of doing Toy Story 5, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay. Darren, have you actually seen this film?
No, but I know of it. I've been wanting to see it. This is, as Elton said, this is one on the list. So it's like, well, let's do it. Let's take that chance and let's go for it.
Okay.
Plus, Civil War is not available, so I'm going for this one.
Well, we're getting that in real life later this year, I think.
I think we are, yeah.
I was going to say, give it time.
The interactive experience.
Yeah, around about November, I reckon. Yes. So, okay. And for me, I have not seen this film. I'm not gonna lie. War films like this tend to make me roll my eyes a bit, simply because, and this may all be good, so I'm not judging it, but simply because either they all look the same, as in the characters are all the same, they're all covered in shit, they're all screaming, and there's lots of explosions and stuff going off, and then at least there'll be one slow-mo while some lone trombone goes or something like that, very heroically, as at least one person is dragged out in pieces, and they get in a slow-mo helicopter. If there's a slow-mo helicopter and a lone horn playing on this, it's going to be on a loser with me. I'm telling you now. Slow-mo helicopter and lone horn playing.
The ghosts
What if it's
of
a
Black
slow-mo-
Hawk Down past.
Exactly, Black Hawk Down.
What if it's a slow-mo horn player riding in a helicopter?
Well, it's possible. I mean, if it's a slow-mo horn player, then it could be... It's going to sound like the fucking lighthouse. Yeah. But we will see. We will see. So, ladies and gentlemen, when we come back next week, we will be doing Warfare. So, let's move on to Pimp's Corner. Jim, what's happening over at hypnagoria.com?
Yes, this week I've just dropped with the last episode for now of my grab bag of winter horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
And what's coming up this weekend? No idea. I've completely lost where I am in my own schedule.
Nice.
This is the danger of working ahead.
Yes. Okay. But whatever it is, it'll be on
Hypnagoria.com.
Yes. That's it. Brilliant. Oakley dokley. And what about
Nothing.
You? Nothing.
No, nothing.
You sure?
Yep, definitely nothing at the moment.
No one's going around in circles?
Not quite yet. No, they're having trouble driving their cars at the moment, which is a bit embarrassing. But
Really?
yeah. But I'm sure once they do start going around in circles, we'll be doing it on the Grand Prix podcast.
Okay. So you're not doing a spin-off about Lewis Hamilton going potholing?
No. No. He doesn't get potholes around where he lives in Monaco.
Oh, I don't know. Have you seen Kim Kardashian?
Oh, Jesus.
Hello. Echo. Jeez, you got a big... sorry, anyway. Right.
Why'd you say that twice?
I didn't. Right. Okay, and nothing from me on the Pimp's Corner. And Darren?
Nothing.
Zilch. Zip. Nada.
Yeah.
Denied. Okay. Well, in which case, that's it. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Darren. Thank you, Elton.
No problem.
And remember, Watson, you're a fucking fool. What the fuck, Watson? What are you even doing here? And we will see you all next week for Warfare. And like I say, bring your war movie bingo card, because
Yep.
I'm going to put it down there, covered in shit. All have moustaches, all covered in shit. Slow horn sound playing as music.
If you do this list, I'm going to Photoshop this, and we can all have a printout card.
I will. I'll send you your list. Yeah. Slow
tactical
horn playing.
moustaches as well. That's what they
Tactical, tactical tash. Yeah, tactical tash, covered in shit. One person suffering horrific injuries at least, which will have them screaming all the way through until they eventually die. Slow-mo helicopter, cover me. Who's out there? I don't know. Which angle are they coming from? Cover the angles. How much ammo have we got? And of course, lone horn player at the end. So there you go. Mark them all off. If you get a bingo, you win absolutely nothing. But anyway.
A glittering no prize.
Yeah. You win precisely fuck all. Right. Well, that's it then. So, until next week, take care. See you all then. Tatty bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ta-da.
The game's afoot.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me down the road. It's where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'll want to settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on.
I already came for a kebab.